What if he lights it up the next couple weeks, beats Ohio State, gets in the college football playoff, and wins the national championship? There's a chance that happens.
I think there's about a snowball's chance in hell that happens. But
Well,
we'll reconvene here in about 6
and
weeks.
if you pick Michigan to lose Ohio State when we get there, you're done. You're week 11.
Week 11.
Surprise, surprise. It actually has gone by quick, though. I was just talking to my friend here the other day, like, me moving to Florida, I moved here in March. Like, it's already November. Like, and before you know it, it's about to be the new year. But college football week 11. What's Michigan? 7-2. What's Notre Dame? 6-2.
Bowl eligible. Bowl eligible.
Bowl
Come
eligible,
on.
both of them. Citrus Bowl for Michigan. No, I'm joking.
Might see you there.
Yeah, man. But hold on. Before we start, you see my jersey?
We see it.
Let me
We
stick
see
it
it.
up real quick.
Come on.
Can you see the back of that?
Oh, you're struggling. Shout out that guy.
I don't know
man.
if you saw that. I don't know if you saw.
Yes.
Ow! Oh, I just busted my knee on the. That
Still
actually hurt.
getting used to the new spot still, obviously.
Yeah, but oh my god, dude, I might have to call the doc.
Might
Yeah,
have to
no,
go
I did
wrap
move,
up.
bro. I did move. Well, you knew that though.
Yeah,
Nice
not much
spot.
of a move, but, different unit.
Down the hallway, bigger, cheaper.
Two things that don't usually correlate. Gotta take
I know.
advantage of that.
I told this guy on the jersey. He asked why I moved. I said bigger, cheaper. He was like, "Whoa!" I was like, "Yeah,
Yeah,
kinda
especially
crazy.
Where you're at. Especially where you're at. It's rare.
yeah." Just move down the hallway. But you are here, man. You see, it's nice, and this room is 100 times nicer than where I was at before. Got my Christmas tree up.
Yes, sir.
But let's talk about this guy real quick, man. Dean going back up to getting called back up for the second time this year. He's already played 3 games. Though one of the starting safeties is on IR, so he's out for
Yeah, Cisco.
X amount of time. So looking pretty good for Dean, but hey, it's just work at this point. Like, it was exciting the first time, whoop, still is, but it's time to go to work, man.
I know.
Time
I'm
to go to
excited.
work.
I'm excited because I honestly think now this will probably be the time where he gets his shot. Actually, a little bit of play time.
Oh, yeah.
At this point, you see what they're doing, selling at the deadline major. They already have been playing Malachi Moore a ton. Cisco, like you said, going on the IR. At Tony Adams, I think he's, not the youngest dude. Time to start seeing what you got, They're trying to just blow it up. I'm excited. Electrified for that, man. That's going to be awesome. Can't wait to start seeing some real reps.
Yeah, and with the trades they've made with Sauce and Quinn Williams, obviously.
And we already saw when we went and watched them in the preseason, they have a couple, they already kind of have a corner safety hybrid kind of thing they have with a couple depth dudes. So guys are going to be shifting around. So that's just going to be more opportunity for him to get on the field in meaningful snaps.
And they traded, what's his name, Michael Carter? He's gone too. They're making a bunch of changes. And what is it, week 10 of the NFL? Something like that.
Yeah, week 10.
Yeah, so, I don't want to sit here and say they're kind of calling it a year, but they pretty much are with making those trades and getting all those picks for next year. But it's, like you said, it's the perfect
you do
time.
it. Yeah, this is the time you do it at the deadline. That's when you figure out.
Oh, yeah.
Halloween, that's when the masks come off, man. Teams start figuring out who they really are.
Yeah, but I'm saying this is really the time for Dean. And I was talking to his dad yesterday about it, and he just said, yeah, and this is what we talked about before the season, when he signed with the Jets after they're going undrafted. All you ask for is a chance, an opportunity, and he's made it this far in the season. He's already played, and they're calling him right back up, so they like what they see out of him in practice every day and the games he has played. So this is really his time to, I don't want to say it's his job to lose, but all you can ask for is opportunity.
That's for sure.
Yeah.
His job to earn. That's the only thing.
All you can ask for is an opportunity, and then he's getting one. So, and it's against the Browns, the hometown team. So that's kind of fun.
Yeah, that is pretty awesome.
But I figured it'd only be right if I wore this jersey because why not? I have it. I'm gonna fucking put it on.
Damn
straight
right.
up.
Damn right.
Yeah.
I can actually wear this with a little pride now too. We bounce back Sunday. Can actually rock it and not be embarrassed.
Yeah, it's only a matter of time until they're 9-8 again.
We're
and
tracking
probably out
for
of the
it.
playoffs.
We're tracking. Tomlin doing his best.
Hey, they did play well against Colts, though. Kind of shut that Colts offense down.
Yeah, made Daniel Jones look like Daniel Jones of the New York Giants.
Yeah, made Jonathan Taylor look like nothing.
That shit was awesome. Shit was great. Everybody was eating, man. I think they had 6 turnovers. It was nuts.
Yeah, it was something like that. Yeah, I don't know, but week 11 of college, we can recap, man. Son of a bitch, I'm just going to be honest. I went 0 for 5 2 weeks ago. Didn't see it ever happening again. Fast forward a week later, I went 0 for 5 again. We're 0-10 in the last 10 picks.
Ooh. I won't even. I'll take it easy this time. It's funny the first time. It's not funny the second.
No, it's not. But I mean, it's tough, man. I feel like I made some of the right picks. The guys just didn't do their job, you know?
Yeah.
I feel like I saw it decent, but no, I don't know. It sucks having Michigan in here, too, because I'm always going to take them. I told you, I don't know if you remember, I told you the day before the game, they're not covering. They're not. They don't ever cover. They've never covered. They've never been a team where you can really rely on them covering in the last couple of years. Just by the way they play, they don't care how they win. They're just going to run the ball and play field position and whatever. So I'm always going to pick them on here. I have to. I'm going to pick them. And I genuinely think every game they play, they're going to win. But having them on there, that's just an automatic take them to cover whether I actually think they are or not.
Yeah, no, I think I can probably relate to that as well. After watching Notre Dame go struggle their ass off with BC, that was tough to watch. I mean, I think if they could have played even just one more quarter of football, they probably would have ended up winning by. They probably would have covered.
Well, we don't play five quarters, buddy.
I understand that, but I mean, first half was real bad, but they did figure out in the second. I don't think it was as bad as everyone makes it out to be. Disappointing results to drives. Had a fumble inside the 10-yard line from Jadarian Price, which he has to figure out. If I watch this guy fumble one more time,
He fumbled again the other day?
Yeah, inside the 10-yard line. He's about to score. It's crazy, man. He's a big, powerful back. He's got speed. He's got power, but dude just can't hold on to the ball. It's frustrating.
Now that's you can't have that, especially for how good he is, man. But you got to think, no one wants to hang on to that ball and not fumble more than him. So just believe in him. Exactly. He's a good player. He's gonna figure it out.
Exactly.
But you kind of hope that doesn't turn into a. You hope that doesn't turn into a mental thing, though, because that's how a lot of that. Because obviously he's a great running back. He knows how to handle the ball. He knows how to hold on to it in two hands or whatever. In certain situations, like he knows all of that. So when it starts to become a problem, it's more.
We saw that right there with the best of the best. You saw with Derrick Henry at the beginning of the year. I mean, he kind of had that little mental thing going on. I mean,
exactly.
Can't hang on to it, especially in big moments, but he'll figure it out. I mean, if, like you said, if there's anybody I'm confident in, it is both of those guys back there taking handoffs.
Notre Dame, 10th right now in the CFP finally came out. I hated the AP. Everyone hates the AP.
Yeah.
But the CFP rankings, the first ones finally came out. Notre Dame at 10. And what I noticed is Pitt is in there at 24, and Pitt is still left on Notre Dame's schedule. So that's actually good.
And they're idle this week, so there can't really be much change in that. I guess I would assume they're not going to fall out of the top 25 for just sitting this week.
But you never know.
I know.
Michigan's off this week too. They're at 21. They'll probably be at 150 by next week because. But yeah, that's good. And there's people. I don't know.
What are your thoughts on it? I would like to hear your thoughts. I've had to stay off Twitter since these rankings have come out because it's literally just Notre Dame hate. My algorithm is really just trying to get to me. But I would like to hear kind of your thoughts on them being at 10.
I mean, you look at their Texas A&M is obviously their best loss or whatever. Miami straight up shitting the bed. That's not good for Notre Dame at all. But I do think Notre Dame is Notre Dame. It's kind of, I don't want to sit here and say they're going to be a shoe-in for the playoff every single year, but it kind of seems like if they have two losses, a Notre Dame team with two losses is automatically getting in. That's just how it feels. And I'm not saying like I disagree or agree with it. It's just really what it is with them being independent and them being Notre Dame. Like they're not hurting for money. They're Notre Dame. So, and you see no one really goes, it's hard to go undefeated now. I mean, obviously there's undefeated teams now. A couple years ago, Michigan went undefeated. Georgia was undefeated the year before that. It does seem like it's kind of rare, especially with the whole NIL thing, and teams are actually better. Like I don't know, but I do think Notre Dame's in there at 10. Like I said, Pitt being ranked now, Notre Dame takes care of business, especially on the road. They got to go to Pitt. I think they're locking for the playoff regardless, but with Pitt being 7-2 and ranked, take care of that, then it's a for sure.
Yeah, that game honestly scares the shit out of me. Like, legitimately scares the shit out of me. You want to talk about a team that's going to have something to play for. I mean...
Yeah, because look at it at Pitt's point of view. Like, they're 7-2, ranked 24. You beat Notre Dame. You win the ACC championship. At this point,
they're not... Right, I was going to say, they're not out of the conversation to go to the ACC championship. So, I mean, they have everything in front of them that they could ever want. And that's going to be the game that they get at home to... really prove it. But from the Notre Dame side of it, it's like, I don't know. Like, everybody's frustrated with Miami being all the way down to 18, but, you lose to... What have they lost? 2 of their last 3 games? Or they've lost?
Yeah, they lost to Louisville and... who did they just lose to? Was it Virginia?
Yeah, I think it was Virginia.
No. They lost to SMU. That's who it was. Yeah. That's not great.
Yeah, it's
I mean, SMU is 6-3, but
yeah, but still losing 2 of your last 3. Obviously, the committee sees that. Notre Dame hasn't lost since the first 2 games of the year. So, I mean, you have the 2 teams going in 2 completely different directions, and kind of in that sense of it. And when you lose to bad teams, I mean, that kind of just shows who you really are. I mean, you got to take care of teams you're supposed to beat. You could say Notre Dame's supposed to beat Miami, supposed to beat A&M. I don't know how true that really is, especially seeing where A&M's at. But they've taken care of business elsewhere, and I think they should at least be in that top 12 in the play at CFP range. I see a lot of people mad that they're above Texas and Oklahoma too. Well, I mean, Texas lost to Florida. That's a under 500 football teams.
yeah,
It's just tough. It's just kind of tough. And Texas is, I mean, they beat Oklahoma with a halfway healthy Mateer. I mean,
yeah. I was kind of surprised seeing Texas at 11, but I wasn't because it is Texas, and you see their losses. They have a loss to Ohio State and then obviously Florida, but I don't know. I'm just hoping a lot of these 2-loss SEC teams lose again for my sake, for Michigan, because I don't want to be having a debate of Michigan getting in over a 2-loss SEC team and a 2-loss Big Ten team. I don't know. But that's tough. And it's only the first week of the CFP rankings. This is what everyone has been waiting for.
Exactly.
So obviously people are going to start tripping.
Fired up, man. We have
just saying
we have
shit.
4 games left to play. 4 games left to play. Everyone does. And like you said with the SEC, correct. But like you said with the SEC, teams are just going to continue to knock each other out. A&M's got a big job. A&M finishes the year with Texas, and that is a big responsibility for them. Notre Dame needs them to win that game. They need to win that game.
Yeah, I need Texas to lose that game.
Yeah, big time. Big time. Texas also has a pretty tough – yeah, I mean, they play Georgia next week on the 15th, same day Notre Dame plays Pitt.
Yeah.
So we'll be talking about that next week for sure.
And if they do beat Georgia and they do beat A&M, obviously they deserve to be in. But
oh, yeah, 100%. If they win those 2 games, if they win those 2 games, they're a lock. I don't think there's any doubt.
And then this Big Ten, like Iowa being ranked ahead of Michigan. I mean, Iowa's 20, Michigan's 21, but Iowa has – I need them to drop one. I mean, and they have Oregon this week, and then they go at USC next week. So please, God, lose one.
They've gotten 0 love from the AP too. Like they were not even. They
were ranked 26th in the AP I saw, and 20th. And I mean, they're good, man. They can always play defense, and their offense looks to be more competent than it usually is. I don't know. It's still Iowa. They're just a snooze fest of a program and a snooze fest of a football team.
We're talking about that.
They're good. Yeah, we are. But with Michigan, what do you think about? I know how I feel about Michigan, but them being at 21, obviously, if they beat Ohio State or they have the best win in the country, they'll be fine. Them guys, man.
I mean, kind of like you were going back to earlier with just the way they win games. I had a buddy at work, like literally today, talking about Mike Tomlin and just a couple other coaches in the NFL. Like their mentality is if they could go 17-0 and win every game 17-14, they would be satisfied. They would be thrilled.
Damn right.
Well, I mean, yeah, but like you don't want every game to be a battle. You want to dominate and win the games you're supposed to dominate and win. And I kind of get that vibe with Michigan, like you said, just wanting to play ball control, run the ball, play sound defense, and just control the game. That's kind of where they're at. But sometimes that can catch up with you. Like in those spots where you're supposed to win, you gotta go. You gotta put your foot on the pedal and go.
Yeah.
I think they fall into that category.
But I was watching, the first snap of college football I watched last week was the third quarter of the Michigan game because I worked the entire day. And I saw the halftime score, and it's just, Michigan did turn it over. Bryce Hunter went through a horrible interception in the red zone and fumbled like on the 10-yard line or something. Obviously, it's part of the game, but if you can't turn the ball over in the red zone. You can't not score in the red zone either. It's a non-negotiable, and especially at home against Purdue. If you're in the red zone, you score touchdowns. We're not kicking field goals. So with those two things happening, it could have been 35-16, and we'd be having a completely different conversation here. But it wasn't, and Purdue looked kind of comfortable. I knew Purdue had a better offense than what their record showed that they might have. But I don't know. I just remember at this time last year, Michigan was actually starting to pick it up. They smacked Northwestern. I think they won 2 games in a row before heading into Ohio State. So after this bye week, they play Northwestern at Northwestern, and they're not bad. But I need to see something. I need to see Bryce get it going. I need to. It's been, I don't know. I'm always going to support my team and have confidence in them, and I hate talking bad about them, but it's kind of been underwhelming the last few weeks, and so I know he's still a true freshman.
So he's not the best true freshman that we've ever seen. Can we confirm that? I'm just wondering.
What if he
Let me
lights
know
it
if
up?
we can confirm that.
What if he lights it up the next couple weeks, beats Ohio State, gets in the college football playoff, and wins the national championship? There's a chance that happens.
I think there's about a snowball's chance in hell that happens. But
Well,
we'll reconvene here in about 6
and
weeks.
if you pick Michigan to lose Ohio State when we get there, you're done. You're okay, or to cover.
All right, Mr. 0-10. I don't think I'm going to be picking anything along with you here the rest of the season. I might just.
But hey, that's fair. I'll take that. Yeah, I'll take that. But as we saw last year, it doesn't matter what that line is in the Ohio State-Michigan game. You want to talk about, we always talk about rivalries don't matter, or rivalries do, like, don't look at the line because when it's exactly. That's what I was trying to say. So we don't care. The spreads don't matter when it comes to rivalry games, is what I'm saying. And Michigan at home, I don't think Ohio State wants to beat Michigan more than Michigan wants to beat Ohio State. We're hungrier. That's just how it is. We got more grit, got that dog in us. Ohio State, they're just but. That's enough of that. Notre Dame should be a lock.
Side of his neck. Yeah. Let's just quick rotate, quick pivot back to that.
But what I will say,
yourself here.
Michigan, one last thing about Michigan. They're the youngest team in the Big Ten. True freshman quarterback. Jordan Marshall just ran for 185 and 3 touchdowns. He's a redshirt freshman.
Easily.
True freshman on the outside with Andrew Marsh. Probably wide receiver 1, 1A and 1B with him and McCulley. And then 3 redshirt freshmen on the offensive line. And we're 7-2. And 7-2 with all our goals still ahead of us. Beat Michigan State, still have Ohio State on the schedule. You beat Ohio State, you're in the Big Ten championship. Straight up. 7-2 with the youngest team in the Big Ten.
I'm looking at the most obvious stumble spot. They got Maryland right before Ohio State. Whatever that
Always
line
do.
is, clicking the Maryland button.
I don't blame you. That year they won the Natty, they had to squeak out a win at Maryland.
Yeah,
so,
Did they kick a field goal to win? Wasn't a fire drill field? No.
No, it wasn't.
Maybe that was a different team or something.
Yeah, it wasn't them, buddy. That's when they had, what's his name? Tua's brother.
They kicked the game-winning field goal against somebody that year and damn near lost.
It was the year before when they kicked a game-winning field goal against Illinois.
Okay, got you.
Blake Corum got hurt. We threw a 4th down pass to a guy who I've never heard of. Shout out to him. He'll forever be a legend in my book. 4th down, he caught the ball, running back out of the backfield. And yeah, I think Jake Moody knocked it in. That was that. Yeah, and it's hard. The week before that game, Ohio State don't play great either. But we got 4 games to talk about, man. Michigan ain't one of them. BYU, Texas Tech. Let's start out with them. Texas Tech favored by 10.5. Is that what I see? Good.
Yeah, that's a number.
They're rolling, man, and they're rolling. And BYU's 8-0. I'm always in this. I always have this mindset. They're due to lose, man. They got to be due to lose. Texas Tech already has a loss. They can't afford to lose another one, obviously.
No.
But who do you like here? BYU at Texas Tech. It's at noon. Noon game.
Yeah. And it's a hell of a number. Is it? What do we got? 10.5? Yeah. I'm going to take it. I'm going to take Texas Tech to cover 10.5 points against undefeated BYU. Obviously, I've been on BYU the past few weeks, but this is just a difference. It's a tale of 2 different tapes here. Texas Tech, I've watched them pretty decent amount this year. They're good where it matters. They're really good up front on defense. They got their quarterback back last week, so he should be back, pretty much in rhythm this game. It's at home. I think I have here. It's the first Big 12 top 10 matchup since the conference championship game in 2021. So, it's just, it's going to be an environment there. It's going to be going nuts. And BYU, they got a true freshman at quarterback. So this is a huge environment for him to go in and try to play against. Also against a great front seven and just defense in general. I don't know. I think that's a tall task covering the 10.5, but I think the defense, if anything, carries it.
Yeah, I like Texas Tech 31-20. That's my score prediction. And BYU, they're really good, but I don't see them going undefeated, especially not in that conference with Texas Tech and Utah and all them guys. But Texas Tech needs it. They need it more than anything. They need it more than BYU does. They're at home. They bought their entire team. Their defensive line's phenomenal. Their quarterback's back. So, yeah, I like Texas Tech 31-20. That's going to be the final score, too, because 0-10 ain't happening anymore. It ain't happening.
It's going to be fun, though. BYU's running back, he's the Big 12 leading rusher. Texas Tech has not allowed a 100-yard rusher all season. I mean, if both teams execute what they're good at, obviously it's probably going to, whoever can execute what they're good at is going to come away with a win.
Yeah, Texas Tech, they're top 5 in scoring offense and top 5 in scoring defense, which is obviously really good, especially this late in the year when you're top 5 in both of those. But yeah, BYU, they're just due for me, man. They're due for me. They're on the road. They've had a couple scares already this year. They probably should already have a loss. And the way they play, I don't think they can keep up with Texas Tech. Texas Tech can score to hurry. BYU they kind of like to just run the ball, and kind of like Michigan does. But yeah, Texas Tech just barely covers, because 10.5 is a lot, but they're going to be fired up for this.
I hope that goes down, honestly. Like, I genuinely hope by Saturday that drops to like 9.5. That'd be nice.
I guess we'll see, buddy. But yeah, how do you feel that we're both after 0-10? Let's be real. I'm saying we only got 4 games on the slate this week. I'm not going to be 0-14 in the last 14. It's not happening. I was ripping off 4-1, 4-1, 3-2, 4-1.
We got to come up with some type of agreement or something if you go 0-4 this week.
If I go 0-4 this week, I will.
You might just relegate you from the pod, and I'll just do a solo one next week.
If I go 14 on the pod, so if I go 0-4 this week, I will find something Ohio State and I will put it on for the pod for the next week's.
Fair.
I don't know.
We got to walk to Ohio.
Yeah. Let's look at how long it would take to walk to your house. I can pull that up in a second. It would take. Walking directions aren't even available. That's how long it is.
Well,
and
either way.
16 and a half hour drive.
Well, that means it'd be at least a month walk. You heard it here first. 0-4 this week. Brett's walking to Ohio, and he's going to vlog the whole thing.
0-4, yeah. But can I... Dude, I might do that. I'll find a way back to Ohio without driving or flying. If I have to do this on the side of the road, I'll do it.
That'd be fun. No rules. That's
okay,
the rules. You just can't drive.
If I go 0-4 this week, I will find a way back to Ohio without driving and without flying. I'll do it. I don't care.
I hear you.
But anyways, Texas Tech minus 10.5. They're getting them. I wouldn't be surprised if they won by 1 million. But we talked about this earlier. Big Ten. It's going to get real weird in the Big Ten, man. Oregon was 9th in those CFP rankings. I think that's kind of. Because that Penn State win, obviously it looks like nothing at this point. But I still think it's a little bit of a better win than what some people might be giving them credit for. But Iowa's rolling, man. The CFP loved Iowa. We talked about the AP didn't even have them in their top 25, and the CFP got them at 20. So Oregon only 6.5-point favorites in this one. And I'm going to take Iowa to cover. I think that the energy in that building right now and just in that on that entire campus is just different. I think it kind of gave them a little boost of confidence seeing that the CFP thinks very highly of them, and I think very highly of them too. They can always play defense. They're at home. Game's at 3:30, so the fans got a little extra time to get hammered and be loud in there. And Oregon is kind of, I don't know, the total on this game is 42.5. Obviously with Iowa's defense and the way they play offense, it's always tend to be low scoring, but I think Iowa, I wouldn't be surprised if they win. So I'm going to take Iowa to cover the 6.5.
All right, well, we're on the same page. We're 2 for 2 here. I'm also taking that same kind of angle with it. Yeah. I don't know how much I like that.
All right, bro. Let's not act like I wasn't on a heater before these last 2 weeks. Like, let's not act like I'm
just
out
giving
here.
you a hard time, man. I'm just giving you a hard time. Come on, accountability.
Yeah.
I don't know though. Kind of along with the same thing you said, energy in the building for Oregon and Iowa. Probably 2 different things right now. I think Oregon got pushed around a little bit when they played Indiana. Honestly, I don't really necessarily think they did anything that would make me think they're just going to walk into Iowa and dominate a game like that, especially when Iowa does play really good at home and always have a good proven defense. Biggest thing for Iowa is definitely going to be just shutting down big explosive plays. That's pretty much how Oregon capitalizes and scores a lot. It's just big deep shots downfield. So if they can just cause a couple miscues, make Dante Moore rush, pick him off, sack, strip sack. I think that would be big for them. I think I saw Oregon, they're averaging 41 points, but they're also not great or bad on defense. They only allow 124 passing yards a game. So even with Iowa having a bit of a better offensive kind of attack this year, it's still going to be a struggle. It's not just like Oregon's offense only, kind of like they have been in the past.
Yeah.
Good on both sides. Like we said, they're getting respect. They're fired up, and everything they pretty much want is in front of them for Iowa. So I think they're just a more physical team.
Yeah, no, I agree. But thinking of how Dan Lanning is, just as a coach and as like a dude, like he probably saw that them being ranked 9th and was like, ugh, he's probably sick to his stomach. And they don't got any. It doesn't get much easier for them. They still, after they play Iowa, they have to play USC and go at Washington, and they don't have a great history at all of going to Washington and playing. So,
I mean, they got Minnesota too. Minnesota's no scrub, but they at least get them at home. Yeah. But yeah, no, those are 4 games that could very easily, catch them slipping if they're not locked in, especially to finish out the year.
And I'll be honest, thinking about it more, I don't think they're going to lose to Iowa, but I don't think they're going to run away with it. Like, I think it's going to be Iowa's very respectable.
That's the first score that popped in my head. It was 21-17.
Mine was 23-17. Yeah, I agree. I don't think Oregon loses. They have too much. They have harder games coming up. They need this one, but I don't think it's definitely not going to be easy. Oregon definitely wins. Iowa definitely covers. I have a different mindset right now than the confidence I have right now. I didn't have the last 2 weeks. It just wasn't there.
The GLI, man, it's been helping you out.
I know, dude.
Feeling better this week.
Staying up for 24 hours, dressed as Indiana Jones is not, and then sleeping for 3, and then working for 10 is not how I want to live my life. Breath of fresh air. I already have plans this weekend, and none of them involve a beer or a bar. I feel great.
That's good work.
Been doing a bunch of schoolwork. After this, I have a bunch more schoolwork to do. God damn it. But I feel good. Iowa covers. Iowa covers at home. And we move on to a team that I think, what are you laughing at, bro?
I don't know, man. This is just the scrambles of a guy who's desperate.
God, you just start doing weird shit when you lose 10 in a row, man. I put up a tree. 0-10, I put up a Christmas tree at the beginning of November. There's a bowl of onions sitting right here. Like, I don't even know what I'm looking at.
You're a big Christmas guy, though. You are a big Christmas guy.
I do. I love Christmas.
Definitely,
we had a tree.
Of all my inner circle friends, I would definitely say you're probably the biggest Christmas guy.
Oh, yeah, I would agree. And I have no shame. I love Christmas. I love the holiday season. I love
no hate.
Giving. I'd rather give gifts than receive them. No one give me anything, I'll give you whatever you want. Not actually, but if I would, I could. Or if I could, I would. Jesus, listen to me. But moving on, SEC, Texas A&M at Missouri. Texas A&M has been phenomenal this year. They have been, no, seriously, they're 8-0, ranked 3rd in the country.
I know. I'm aware.
Yeah, they walked into South Bend and walked out with a win. Obviously, it was kind of, can't be out here fumbling snaps on an extra point. But
so let's get on to the preview. It's week 11. On to the preview. Come on. All
right, there you go at Missouri, and they're a touchdown favorite. They're 6.5-point favorites. The total is 49.5. Missouri still playing without Bo Pribula. He's still out with an ankle injury, I believe. So they're rolling with the backup. Backup's good though. They're 6-2. What do you like here?
I like the Aggies.
Okay. I like the Aggies as well. I don't think that's going to make you feel great, but I like them.
No,
they're just good, man.
Yeah, no, exactly. They're just good. Missouri, I think they've lost, 2 of the last 3 for them, too? Is that the case? I'm pretty sure.
They lost to Vanderbilt, obviously. And they lost to Alabama.
2 of the last 3. Yeah, Bama, and then beat Auburn. Lost to Vanderbilt.
Barely beat them. Yeah.
2 teams in 2 different directions here. Missouri's at home. I'm sure that place is probably going to be a little bit fired up, but
yeah.
Texas A&M is for real, man. They can do literally everything. They can run the ball, they can throw the ball, and they're good up front on defense. And, I value that in college football more than anything. You can get away with being, a little bit bad outside and in the secondary if you're elite up front, and I think they are. So.
Yeah, I think you said it perfectly. I watched A&M a couple times this year, obviously, when they played Notre Dame. We watched a little bit of them when they played LSU last week. That was last week, right? Yeah. Got Brian Kelly fired. But they're just different, man. They are seriously just different. They still have to play Texas. Yeah, they play South Carolina next week and then Samford after that. So I think they get through this week just fine. Win by a touchdown. They're just too good, dude. They're too good. I love Marcel Reed. He's not the biggest guy in the world, but Jesus, he's
tough.
Good.
He's tough as shit, man. He gets hit too. He gets hit a lot. He ain't afraid to, hang out in the pocket and let one fly to Craver or Concepcion. But that's really what it is, man. They can just score. They can just There's just so many different ways they can push the ball downfield and score.
Mike Elko is doing a phenomenal job.
A little bit worried about that, though, man. A little bit worried about that, kind of partially, a little bit. I mean,
What?
I don't necessarily think he's going to leave A&M, but, I mean, that's kind of how this stuff goes late in the year. Openings start happening at universities, and names start getting tossed around. Rumor mill starts firing up. Focus can get shifted, and, I mean, this is definitely a spot where they could get caught lacking against a good Missouri team. But like I said, I don't really think he's going to leave, but I've heard his name float out there for a couple different spots.
Yeah. I mean, that's what you're going to hear everyone's name.
For sure. I mean, I've heard Marcus Freeman's damn name.
That's my point. But, I mean, yeah, and every time we
all
get...
that shit matters, though, man. And it just all matters.
When we get to this point in the year, always just, like, fatigue does start to set in, and maybe complacency starts to set in with some of these players, and looking ahead, they're super confident right now, maybe a little too confident. They're 8-0, ranked third in the country, whatever. That's the only part that scares me, and they're on the road against Missouri. They probably think they can just roll over anyone at this point, which they can, but there's more to it than just that. And with them only having Texas left on the schedule, I just hope they don't come out here and just go through the fucking motions and be in a game at Missouri that Missouri has no business being in without their starting quarterback. I don't know. Missouri's also a team where I'm just like, I don't want to see them in the college football playoff. I don't.
They just don't. They don't do a ton for me. They honestly don't.
I think
I've watched a majority of 2 of their games at least. I think I watched a lot of the Vandy game. They just against a team like A&M, nah, man, nah. Like A&M's clearly to me a top 5 team in the country. Like there's obviously they're ranked. Like, yes, I know. Like they're ranked third, but like there's no argument. Like there's no is A&M overrated? Like they're third and they should be third. Like this is no question.
Agreed. But yeah, I just after I picked against them a couple times this year. Obviously, I picked against them against Notre Dame. I picked against them at halftime of the Notre Dame game as well. Picked against them against LSU, and no way I'm doing that again. So yeah, A&M covers. What's that total? Yeah, 50. Well, it's 49.5. Yeah.
Man, that's already went up 2 points since you sent me the line the other day. It was when you sent it to me. It was 47.5.
Yeah, there's definitely going to be some points scored, I think, because Missouri's quarterback is good. It's not like they're just out there putting in some. They're not putting me or you in the game. Like they're putting in a guy who can play. So, but A&M gets out of there 30-23, maybe something like that. 28-21.
You're being generous. I'm giving that like a 35-17.
Dang.
A&M rolls.
I hope so.
It's just a generous line with a backup quarterback. I mean, I don't really. Yeah. I know they're home, but shit.
With Missouri being ranked right behind Michigan, get them out. Get them out. Lose. Get the SEC third. Get them their third loss. Get them out. They're irrelevant. See you next year. Go away.
Give it another chance.
Go away.
Take your participation bowl and
go somewhere else. Go somewhere damn else. I don't want to see you here. But that moves us into our last game. 7:30, big old Navy Notre Dame game. And I remember where we were last year. We were watching this. We were at Ray's in Kent, drinking those Long Islands. May or may not have had 1 million of them. 1 million too many, but I do remember this. And Notre Dame
That's a hell of a
They blew them out of the water. Yeah, 51.
Yeah, Jeremiah Love went crazy that game. I do remember that. I feel like every time he touched the ball against them last year, he
scored.
Yeah, 10, 15, 20 yards or scoring. It's just
another
one of those. Yeah, it's another one of those. It's another one.
Man.
Service Academy game. Guaranteed.
And Navy's 7-1.
Oh, I know.
Navy is 7-1, and they're the best rushing team in the country, I believe. They're first in rushing offense. They average 317 rushing yards a game. When you were here, I looked at my betting stuff. Notre Dame was my most bet team, my most profitable team that I bet on. I won the most money betting on Notre Dame this year. And I can't, the way Navy plays,
I don't even know
what I saw.
I really don't know.
I bet on them every week, and I hit on them every week that I bet on them.
It's interesting.
But with the way Navy plays, they're also 7-1. They just lost their first game a week ago to North Texas, I believe.
A damn good football team, by the way. I have a gripe. I have a gripe about that whole situation. That North Texas Navy game. I was watching Game Day last week. This is so off the track what we're talking about, but I don't care. I was watching Game Day and I saw the public vote was 75% Navy, 25% North Texas. And then they went to the panel and let the panel pick. The entire panel took Navy. I don't know, man. Like I don't know if they don't watch ball or like pay attention much, but North Texas is very good.
Yeah,
They could very well be the Group of 5 team.
they can. But
And
when I think
every
of North
single
Texas,
person
I
just
get
wrote Navy,
salty.
and I'm like sitting here thinking, this can't be like North Texas scores like 40 a game. They're elite.
The memory I'm going to have of North Texas this whole year is when I took them their money line at home against USF, and they just straight up the second half. They had the worst second half you could ever possibly have.
Yeah,
That's my only impression of North
USF
Texas.
team, though.
Yeah, but yeah. The only thing that scares me is I can go both ways with this game. Navy can obviously run the ball. We know how that goes, and we talked about how spreads are covered and not covered based off one drive in the entire football game, in my opinion.
Can be.
And I just don't. I hope that doesn't happen. Navy isn't great on defense, though. Like, they're not. I'm looking at these numbers here. They're 109th in the country against the pass. Not where you want to be, buddy. Notre Dame also coming off of a game where they look like shit. They look like shit. They know they have to kick it into gear. They know they have to kick it into gear. Right now. It's now or never. Especially with Pitt coming up, Pitt around the corner. You don't want to.
You can't get away with struggling this game either.
No.
You had your fun last week. You struggled a little bit against a bad team. You can't do it this week. I'm not saying Navy's horrible, but like, you can't go turning the ball over in the red zone. You can't go into halftime losing or whatever the hell they were against Boston College, up by 1, whatever the fuck. Fired up, man.
Yeah.
But
Rightly so.
like, they'll get a little bit of leeway next week with Pitt. Like, if Pitt continues to be ranked, you're gonna get a little bit of leeway. Like, if they don't blow Pitt out or beat them by 2-3 scores, it's not going to be looked at as frowningly upon.
Man.
But it's like, dude, the Service Academy game cannot be the same status quo that it's been my whole life. You know, you get there and you just struggle your ass off.
It wasn't the case last year.
No, it wasn't the case last. You're right. It wasn't the case last year, but obviously that's a one-off, man. Like, that's kind of been the thing with Notre Dame is, oh my God, they struggle against Service Academies in Boston College. Like, Christ. Your boy's back. Man. Your boy's back this week, Jaden Greathouse. He is playing football this year.
Good. I hope he transfers to Michigan next year.
Yeah, I don't really know. I do think he's going to be gone. I don't know.
Either way, he's on the team right now, so that's all.
I know. It was just that's such a weird situation. It was almost like he was just going to sit the rest of the year so he could maintain the red shirt. He doesn't really have a choice.
He's got to play, man. Let's hear your game pick. Who do you like here?
I mean, I know how you just said at the beginning of the show, you always take Michigan no matter what. I'm sorry, I can't do that. I got to take Navy to cover, man. Like, these dudes can't cover a big spread. Like, that is a massive number. I think Navy is significantly better than Boston College, and you saw what happened there.
They are. There's no
yes,
thing.
Exactly.
They are.
I know, and that's my point.
The only thing that does it for me is the history that I have betting Notre Dame.
The pass defense, though, like you said, that scares me. If their pass defense is really that bad, like CJ Carr will just light them up.
I mean, yeah,
because they finally did figure it out with Boston College. Like, literally all Boston College did was load the box, 6-7-man boxes, and make sure Jeremiah Love doesn't beat them. So they figured that out. CJ Carr finally started letting it loose. And it started to work.
This is my first time looking at the box score of their North Texas Navy game. Caleb Hawkins for North Texas ran for 197 yards and 4 touchdowns. So, yeah.
I'm going to need to see one of these in the end zone. I'm going to need to see a few of these.
Yeah, one of these or whatever he does.
No, that's guaranteed.
Well,
a couple Heisman poses in the end zone.
I am going to, with my history betting on Notre Dame, with Navy, yeah, they had a good 7-0 start. That shit ends now. They're a Naval Academy. They're going to be what they are. North Texas, you can't have no running back running for 204 touchdowns, and I'm pretty sure they can. I mean, obviously they were able to throw the ball. Navy can't stop the pass for anything. Yeah, they threw for 234 and didn't throw a touchdown. Didn't throw an interception, though. Navy can't pass. Navy, yeah, no. Notre Dame looked like shit last week. They have a massive game next week on the road at Pitt.
All the more reason
I don't think it's a look ahead spot. I think it's a get your ass in gear so you're trending in the right direction leading into that game next week. Give me Notre Dame. I'm going back to the team that I've profited on the most, taking them to cover, bounce back, not a look ahead. They win by 4 touchdowns. I think the total was 55.
You got me on board. I'm fired up now. Yeah, no, there's just no way. They're getting so much hate. They're getting so much hate. No, you're right. I'm just trying to I'm in a watch the world burn mood right now. I got to get myself out of that.
I mean,
Being
and
a
it's
negative
just
fan right now.
with the whole CFP rankings coming out, everyone's all happy. They got something else to talk about. People are talking out of their ass talking about Notre Dame not being in. Like, what are we talking about here? All these ACC teams are going to be beating up on each other. The SEC beats up on each other. Notre Dame looked horrible last week. They're going to be fine.
I'm thinking back to the beginning of the year when they did look horrible. Obviously, losing the first 2 games. Gave up 30 to Purdue, even in their first win. But, man, once everybody really started running their mouth.
What they did to Arkansas, that's all I'm thinking of.
What they did to Arkansas, what they did to NC State. I mean, no, you're right. You're right. I'm going to get myself out of this little rut. I'm changing my pick.
Dude.
Irish by a billion.
Hey, I was always getting shit on when I would change my pick. But yeah, no, I
wouldn't do it
really
after the
believe
episode,
that,
buddy.
I really believe that, though. Like, they have to get it in gear, and they're going to. They have a big game next week. Pitt is respectable, very respectable. The CFP likes them. They're 7-2. Pitt is at home. It's going to be a tough game. I'm anxious to see what that number will be next week, but Notre Dame knows they can't play like they did last week. They're at home. They've had Navy's number. Well, they had their number last year. And the guy who went crazy against them last year, Jeremiah Love, is still on the team. He still runs the ball for Notre Dame. Night game, South Bend. Come on.
I know.
38.
Being negative.
Game.
I'm probably going to go a little bit higher.
Either way, they win by 28.
Could see him hanging 42, 45, something like that. They can't
Works
kick. That's also a problem. We got to talk about that.
God.
They can't kick. They had 3 guys last week kicking the ball in that game against Boston College. All of them which missed something. Missed an extra point, missed a field goal, something.
Can't have that. That doesn't help you cover a goddamn
That
spread.
doesn't make me believe in anything postseason-wise, though, like genuinely. Like,
one step at a time, big fella.
They might be able to get through the regular season and everything, but there's going to be a time in the postseason, like if they do get there, where they're going to have to kick the football.
So wait, we made 4 picks. We picked the exact same 4. That means the bet that I had of going 0-4 and going 0 for 3 weeks.
What are we even doing? What is this show? What are we even doing this for?
I mean, dude,
no, I'm just kidding.
I'm not going to be down forever. I was 27-18 before this whole shit show started. Now I'm 27-20. I've had the worst 2 weeks you could ever possibly have, and I'm still right there at 500. I'm getting right back there. I'm getting right back to where I was before. This shit ain't going to last forever. So, it's been kind of a longer episode. We don't even have to do each other's recaps because we have the exact same picks. We're picking Texas Tech
just
to cover.
The AGN recap right here.
We got 3 favorites and 1 underdog. Texas Tech to cover against BYU. Iowa to keep it close at home against Oregon. A&M to beat A&M and beat the dog shit out of Missouri. And then we just talked about Notre Dame covering.
I'm really banking on Notre Dame this week.
It's getting to the time where I talked about it earlier.
I bet against them, but that wasn't me.
This is the time when teams with real postseason potential, you got to kick it in gear. You have to kick it in gear right now. There's no flipping the switch and waiting anymore. No. Notre Dame had that. It better have been Notre Dame's last bad game of the year last week, in my opinion. And it better have been Michigan's last bad game of the year, too, because if those sons of bitches come out against Northwestern and turn it over in the red zone and can't get off the field, I'm going to be pissed. Oregon went to Northwestern and had trouble. They didn't cover. So, but yeah, that's.
I referenced that game when I was referencing that game when I was thinking about Iowa, too. When I was thinking about Iowa and Oregon.
Yeah, you like to talk about that cross country. Yeah, man, it's tough. It's tough, man. Yeah, that's it, dude. Week 11, 4 picks, getting back to above 500 this week. I'm going 4-0. I'm not walking back to Ohio. Fucking hell with that.
So that's some motivation to not go 0-4, that's for sure. But on another note, we'll be getting more clips out. We got to get more clips out. I got to do a better job on the Twitter, too. I forgot. I've just completely forgot about it.
I mean, that's fine, dude. We both got stuff going on in our lives. We do this every single week. We never made an excuse about an episode. Yeah. There's always 2 clips out on Instagram.
I know. We didn't get the card out last week. Haven't been posting clips on TikTok and everything, so consistency's got to be better. Vacation time's over. Like you said, the great lock-in starts now. We're righting the ship with the picks. We're getting the content back going, so
yep,
bouncing back.
Let's do it, brother. All right, make that graphic. Clips will be posted on Instagram probably tonight, and yeah. Changing it around, man. Can't go 0 for 3 weeks in a row. And if I do, holy son of a shit, I'm done.
Yeah, you're walking to the great state of Ohio. But Yeah, you got anything else, man? Is that all?
That's it, bro. Shout out Dean. Watch Dean Sunday, 1 o'clock in
that
Cleveland.
for sure.
Or against Cleveland
no,
in New York.
Yeah, it's in New York.
That'd be lit if it was in Cleveland, though.
It would be. I would be in the building.
Yeah. But all right, dude. I got to go do some homework.
Yes, sir, man. Good luck.
See ya, dude.